GearNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
So, Fat Man.
So sleazy.
You want to try and do this again after last week?
No.
No?
No.
Well, at the very least, we can talk about how you were right about G1.
I'm always right about G1.
Did you watch the rest of G1?
I don't watch any of G1. What do you think? What do you think I am?
Oh, well, in that case, we'll talk about that on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
And there's an accident here in Phelps. This is the Fat Man.
Really?
Siren going right off.
Of course, when we start taping. Welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. We're going old school again because it's Monday and our fellow wrestling show staff members are little bitches. So, So obviously there was a couple of major pay-per-views that came out in the last week. We were going to do a preview of one of them, and then the show got kind of fucked up. So that's why you guys got a clip show last week. So let's talk about Crown Jewel, because that was always the plan, right?
Do we have to talk about Crown Jewel?
I think we kind of have to, because spoiler, it wasn't that bad of a show. I didn't think so. There were some stinkers on there, don't get me wrong, but all in all, it wasn't a bad show. Okay, Bruce.
I know how to spell.
Well, I've got Meltzer's ratings.
Meltzer already rated it?
Meltzer has already rated this. So
it was been up this Thursday. I got John's, so
okay. So we'll bounce them off each other and we'll see what happens.
I was actually looking at what the pre-show match was because I didn't watch it.
It was a hurt business for the Usos. Yep. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
So, shock of shocks.
Because that was always a plan since Crown Jewel, which happened October 21st from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And it opened up with a Hell in a Cell match.
It's more extreme than Extreme Rules.
Edge versus Seth Rollins. Match with 27 minutes and 40 seconds. Ken gave it 5 stars.
Okay.
This is where I'm waiting for you to get Fuck Dave Meltzer's ratings.
Oh, he only gave it 4 3/4, and I gave it 4.5. So.
And you all are
overrating pieces of shit. Yeah, I got it. I loved it. I thought it was really good. It's a stupidly great way to open the show. I thought it was probably the best Hell in a Cell match that Seth Rollins has been in. Which doesn't say much. He's only been in 4 of them. Or 5? 4. 4 of them. So, whatever. It was very enjoyable.
I'm not far off. I gave it 4 1/4.
Oh, you fucking dick. You fucking dick.
Bump where Edge pushed him off and Rollins hit the cell and landed through the table was fucking
gnarly. It was gnarly.
I put great match, but sorry, John, not 5 stars. It went way too long. Every time you thought that it would end, it just kept going. I say that in a positive light. It was like it just kept building and building and building and building. Yeah,
and to be fair, even the finish was kind of, you didn't really expect it to be the finish. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been surprised if that was just a near fall after all that. So, okay. Breaking news?
No. Lauren. What the hell's going on with my... Okay. No, it was really great. Best Saudi match?
Ever?
Yeah.
I mean, the greatest Royal Rumble happened, though. No?
I hate you so much. Mustafa Ali versus Mantar.
Because dead spot, we needed to get the... Oh, I'm going to get so much shit for this. I don't care. We had to get the Arab match out of the way. You know, what the fuck? They get, what, a week and a half of build, and voila, we're supposed to care? That being said, it wasn't a terrible match.
No, it wasn't. Actually, it was a good match.
I mean, Ali gave him a lot. I gave it 3 stars. Meltzer gave it 3 3/4. So I don't know.
Damn, Ken gave it 2 3/4. I gave it 3 2.
Okay, yeah. So
I agree with you. Better match than I expected with a predictable outcome.
Yeah, it was what it was supposed to be, and apparently Ali is donating his entire, however much he made for working the show. He's donating it, so that's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we at?
Raw Tag Team Championship. Rated RK Bro defends against AJ Styles and Omos.
For the 4th time.
8 minutes, 40 seconds.
And it's happening again tonight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn. Thank God I got money football on. 2 3/4. Ken agrees with me. Formulaic tag match, nothing more. We've seen it 1,000 fucking times. It's the same match every time.
It's literally the same match. I gave it 2.5 stars. Meltzer gave it 3, 2.5. Okay, match for a house show.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's nothing we haven't seen before. Just leave it at that. Queen of the Ring was next? Yes, Queen of the Ring is next.
Oh, you're running the segment now?
Yeah. Well, you're fucking off on your phone, so.
I am. I could care less.
Well, I certainly could care less about this match. Dewdrop versus Zelina Vega in the most obvious finish in the world.
Wait, what? In the most what?
Predictable finals match of all time.
Fuck you, for one. You said Dewdrop was going to win.
Yeah, just to fuck Zelina Vega.
I want to fuck Zelina Vega.
Not in that way.
Oh. Well, if they didn't.
Strangely enough, they didn't.
Another match that I thought was better than expected. It was an okay match for a house show. Short, but they made the most of their time and did the best they could. Ken gave it 2 stars. It went 5 minutes and 55 seconds.
I gave it 2 stars as well, and Meltzer was not as kind.
Of course he wasn't.
1.25.
He's not fucking neither of them, so why would he care?
Yeah, neither of them are Matt or Nick Jackson.
Yeah. Now for Sleazy's most favoritist match of the night. No holds barred, falls count anywhere match. Black Lesnar versus Sweaty Dad. 11 minutes and 25 seconds. Ken gave this 3 stars.
Overrating piece of shit. Where do I start? The fact that he didn't pin him after the jackhammer. The fact that this was a mess to begin with. The fact that he was able to take out the entirety of the Hurt Business by himself and then beat Black Lesnar on the stage. Or off the stage onto tables. Where somehow he managed to hurt Lashley bad enough to cut him open pretty bad and cut himself open.
Lashley was cut before that spot.
Yes, I know, but...
I don't know where.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's kind of my point.
Well, you know how Goldberg got cut open? He ran into a fucking turnbuckle. That's like his fucking...
That's his gimmick.
He diminishes all HP when he fucking does that and then bleeds. So, yeah.
0.5 star?
Wow.
Right.
Nah, I gave it an okay match for a house show.
Holy shit. Meltzer gave it 3 3/4.
What? No, hell no.
Yeah, no. No.
Again, it was better than I thought, but it was still just okay.
I thought the Queen's Crown Finals was better. Without question. Without question.
Okay, we're blowing through this show. King of the Ring tournament final. Finn Balor versus Xavier Woods. 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Kenton gave it 3 1/4.
Another match where I thought they were going to fuck the person that should have won, and they didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, the King is here.
Kane's here? That's what you said, right? Kane?
No. Close,
You
though.
sure?
Pretty sure I know what
sure?
I am positive what I said.
It sounded like Kane.
Okay. It wasn't, but okay. Match was great. 3.5 stars, and of course I'm wrong. So
Overrating piece of shit.
really?
It was an okay match for a house show.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I'm glad Woods won, but...
Oh, little note. You want to hear a great note about this? This was Xavier Woods' first, and I think Ryan brought this up in the chat. This was Woods' first pay-per-view match as a singles competitor since he started the company in 2014. That also means he's undefeated in singles competition in pay-per-view.
Hopefully this leads to a bigger push for Woods. Thank you for letting me finish my notes, you fucker.
You're welcome.
I thought he was going to turn heel.
You thought so?
Just the way at the end, like, when he was doing this whole ceremony thing, he just sounds like he was going to turn heel, and then he didn't. And I was like, oh. I'm glad he didn't, but okay.
Kind of makes no sense right now.
No.
So, whatever.
Because fuck you.
WWE Championship match.
E defends against Drew McIntyre. 13 minutes, 25 seconds. Ken gave this 4 stars.
Meltzer said 4.25. And I think they're both overrating pieces of shit.
I do too.
I gave it 3.5.
Overrating piece of shit.
Really?
3 stars. Good match. It was only there to give, Big E's a champion, but to have Big E go over Drew McIntyre before he goes to SmackDown. Like, that's why they booked it, obviously. But
he needed a credible win over a major champion.
Yep.
You know, and honestly, that's not a bad thing to happen right now, especially when they're trying to establish him away from Lashley now. So, yeah, cool. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a barn burner match like Meltzer and Canton's thought it was. I don't know.
Yeah. Your favorite match site, triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch defends against Bianca Belair and Sasha. Wait, double fisted.
Even in full bodysuits and a t-shirt?
Yep.
Hey, cool.
19 minutes, 25 seconds. Ken gave this 3 3/4.
Meltzer gave it 4.
Oh shit, I'm wrong.
Really? This was way too long. Absolutely way too long, and I'm not a fan of the finish. Shock of shocks.
Loved the finish.
Yeah, of course. Even your girl got pinned.
It was a nice twist on the hit the finisher, throw him out to steal the pin, but that's not what happened. They hit the finisher, they threw him out, and they're like, nope, you're not doing that to me. They fought over it, and then Becky, being the heel, rolled her up using the ropes, and no rope breaks. Fucking loved it. It was fresh. I fucking loved it. Even though, look, fuck you.
Cool.
Fuck you. Fuck you, you jaded fuck. You're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
Yeah, and I didn't like either one of the matches that were here. Honestly.
What'd you give it?
It's still a 3.5 star match, but it wasn't this amazing match. A lot of people, not just Meltzer, who gave it 4, but a lot of people like, oh my God, this is the best women's match I've seen in a long time. No, it wasn't.
It was the best women's Saudi match, which is not.
There's only 4 of them. No, wait, 3. Is there 4? 4.
3 or 4, yeah, but still.
And one of them included Natalia Neidhart, okay? There's not a high bar here.
You should have went Lacey Evans on that one. But, okay, sure. Universal Championship, Roman Reigns defends against Real Lesnar. 12 minutes and 20 seconds. Ken gave this also 3 3/4.
Wow. Meltzer gave it 3 stars.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I think they're both overrating pieces of shit.
Think they're both overrating?
Yeah.
This was a 4-star match, bro.
No, what the fuck?
This was the best. They wrestled so many times, and it's been trash. This was the best Lesnar Reigns match since WrestleMania 31. It was fucking great. Don't give me that fucking smirky fucking. You've been watching way too much AEW. Fuck off. Listen here. Fucking.
Their stupid, shitty ass match was, and New Orleans was better. Uh-huh. This was all about custody of Paul Heyman, okay?
And you should love that!
I love Paul Heyman. I hated this match. I did.
It was so good!
It was so not good.
It was so good. Fuck you.
So much so they had to retcon the fact that they originally were going to make it a no DQ match, but it wouldn't have factored in the finish. So they had to retcon that on the pre-show.
Still work, bro.
No, it wouldn't have worked if it was a no DQ match. The ref bump wouldn't have mattered.
Still work, bro.
Oh, stupid. It's stupid match. Stupid fucking ridiculous finish. The fuck was it? Of course, we had to have the Usos out.
Of course we did.
Fucking ridiculous. Just long enough to hit the callus and win.
Huh?
Just like Jinder Mahal.
I love me some Jinder Mahal.
Oh, now all of a sudden you're a huge Jinder Mahal fucking mark.
I love Jinder Mahal, not Jinder Mahal.
I said Jinder Mahal.
I know.
I very much said Jinder Mahal.
I like Jinder Mahal.
No, you don't.
I hate Jinder Mahal. Apparently there's going to be a 4-way ladder match in the main event of Raw tonight.
News to me.
That's what Ryan said.
Well, maybe we should watch that. Nope. Monday Night Football instead. Who's playing in Monday Night Football?
Saints and Seahawks.
So let me tell you, the Seahawks are going to win 24-17.
No, they're not. They have a backup quarterback in. You know shit about fuck my man.
Okay. What's the score right now?
Through that show very quickly, and I have very little news and rumors.
Yeah, but we also got to fuck around and talk about a couple other things too. So,
Overall, that was 100% the best Saudi show they ever did.
Without question. And we should talk about the crowd.
The crowd was hot all fucking night.
Yeah, they really wanted to see wrestling. That's for damn sure.
Well, they didn't have it for fucking almost 2 years.
Yeah, but the first time they had a show, they didn't have wrestling there for more than 2 years. And they weren't that hot.
So I had some notes on it. We were talk about that silver medalist karate champion who helped Mantar. And yes, I'm intentionally saying Mantar because it gives Sleazy a boner. Don't ask me why I'm getting sleazy boners. Just what I do. Wait. Anyway.
I'm leaving that one. I ain't touching that one with a 10-foot pole. However, I am touching my boner, so.
It is.
No Asuka, though.
There's belief that WWE will take a look at him once he's done with karate competition. The Undertaker was in Saudi at a Pitbull concert, but not at the pay-per-view. Adam Pearce and Abyss were the producers of all the matches.
Mm-hmm.
It was said that the wrestlers had more freedom for this trip than usual when it came to exploring. They actually had a bowling alley and movie theaters privatized for them at their disposal at will.
Ooh.
So.
Pays to be fucking the Saudi prince. Fucking with the Saudi prince, I should say. You know, blood money. Get it?
Yeah. Going into the Goldberg match, I was going to make a comment, and I didn't, and I forgot. There was a guy online who was reviewing Crown Jewel who said he was disappointed that Goldberg didn't murder Lashley like he said he was going to. He's like, you promised me a murder. I didn't get a murder. Therefore, I'm giving this match a thumbs down. And I thought he was joking, but like in the comments, he actually commented. He's like, yeah, no, I'm serious. I was expecting Goldberg to. I'm like, what a fucking mark.
I mean, it's Saudi Arabia. They're into murdering. I don't care. I fucking at me, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Wrong. Okay.
We've talked about this multiple times. I think it's a fucking travesty that they're going back there because they love money more than anything. But
yep, they do.
I won't get back on my high horse about this shit.
Let's talk about G1.
G1 Climax! You know the one where Jeff Cobb won, right?
Stupid. Now, is Ibushi really hurt, or is that part of an angle?
I actually don't know.
If he's really hurt, that sucks, because you're out without Naito or Ibushi.
I doubt he's hurt. Legit. But who knows?
Because if you're going to do this Okada comeback story, you would think they would actually give him a clean win. You know what I mean? Not ref stoppage because Ibushi got hurt.
I don't know. I still think they were going with Okada no matter what. The claim is that, what is it? The claim that he landed on his right arm badly enough to dislocate his shoulder. It's possible that that's legit, but I don't think it was. I don't think it changed the finish. I don't think it changed the overall result, which I think Okada was going to win no matter what. Because you don't feed Cobb to, or you don't feed Okada to Cobb, or excuse me, let's try that again. You don't feed Cobb to Okada just to have him lose to Ibushi. You just don't.
Right. No, so yeah, it was whoever's going to win Okada Cobb was winning G1.
Yeah.
It should have been Cobb. And you're making this thing like I'm wrong, so that's what I care about. No, it's Cobb should have won 100%. It doesn't matter if I'm wrong. That's what it should have been.
I disagree with that.
If you're going to have 3 nights of G1, you can have Cobb face somebody for a title, and then fucking have Okada face somebody for or Ospreay's title or whatever, and then have the winner. At least put Cobb in there somewhere.
I think he will be. I really do believe he will be, because here's the reality of it. Both Okada and Cobb got the most points that anyone has ever gotten in G1.
16.
With both with 16. The only reason why Okada won and Cobb didn't was because of the tiebreaker, because Okada beat Cobb. But
Bushi had 14, and so did Evil.
Yeah.
And Takagi had 13.
Right. So there's a lot of high-scoring things here, but nobody touched Cobb and Okada. So it doesn't... I don't think it makes Cobb look bad by losing to Okada here. And I really do believe that he will get a shot at the title, if not at Wrestle Kingdom, very soon after, like New Year's Dash.
I don't think they're going to do it on New Year's Dash. Again, 3 nights of Wrestle Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of nights.
It is a lot of nights. That's why I think they'll probably do it at one of the nights of Wrestle Kingdom. I don't necessarily think it's going to be New Year's Dash, but I also think that I wouldn't be surprised that they throw Cobb at Tanahashi either.
Just have him beat Tanahashi just one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. For the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Because he's the current U.S. champ. And don't forget, Cobb's originally from the L.A. area, so what a better person to hold that title and defend that title on New Japan Strong and kind of play around in Ring of Honor and AEW, et cetera, than Cobb.
Yeah, that's the bigger picture. But at the same time, he should have won. You don't build him up for a year and be all like, yes, he lost 1 match. And let's face it, he lost 1 match to the most probably decorated, second most decorated guy that New Japan's ever had, maybe top 5 at least.
No, I would say number 1.
Okay.
Don't forget, he held the fucking IWGP title for 2+ years. So it is 1 match, but at the same time, I don't know. I just think, yes, storyline wise, Okada resurrecting his career, it makes sense. But again, like you said, you built up Cobb to feed him to Okada. You very much did here. And I agree with the assessment that now would have been a great time to pull the trigger on Cobb, but I don't see them throwing another Gaijin at...
Fuck white people.
Yeah. I'm not going to not say that, but...
Essentially.
When's the last time Nakamura's done anything special? Or, well, Asuka's out, but... You got Io Shirai barely doing stuff as a tag champ. You know, it's like, whatever. There are no Asians. So, what do we got for news and rumors?
Not much, but let's touch on the big news coming out of it. And I got 3 pages, well, tabs, should I say, worth of shit on this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So buckle up, boys. This is where most of it is going to be. And after that, I only got like 3 or 4 things. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Perry reportedly in backstage altercation on SmackDown. Here's where you're going to say it's a work, and I think you're wrong. Because it was backstage. Okay.
It's a work, bro.
No, it's not. You're wrong. Everything's not a work.
Yeah, it's a fucking work.
You're a work. As noted, the show ended with the women's title exchange segment between Flair and Lynch due to their respective roster moves in the draft. That segment ended with Lynch excusing herself as Sasha Banks interrupted and had words with Flair, which led to a brawl to end the show. PW Insider reports that the backstage issue between Flair and Lynch came up after Flair allegedly voiced concerns before the show went on the air concerned with the exchange segment. Flair reportedly did not want to look weak. It did not want her title reign to look weak during the segment. Despite these concerns, WWE
Wait
went
a second.
ahead.
No.
I got one more sentence, then I'll let you talk. WWE went ahead with the exchange segment as the show closing segment. The same thing.
What the fuck is this shit?
They just swapped titles.
It's no different.
Theoretically the same reign.
Yeah. This is no different than what happened with
The tag titles?
the tag titles. When New Day and the Smoke people.
Street Profits.
There you go.
Racist fuck.
They're fighting over fucking silver belts. Who gives a shit?
Better than penny belts.
Okay, fair. You got me there. But the reality is that nothing changes here. It only is this different show. If it was the Divas title versus the women's title, we wouldn't even be exchanging the two titles.
Right.
It's literally the difference is the color.
During the segment, there was a moment where Flair was to hand the belt to Lynch, but instead pulled it away and threw the belt on the mat. PW Insider notes that this was not the way the exchange was supposed to go. Then when Sonya Deville demanded Flair retrieve the belt and hand it to her, which Flair did. Deville then asked Lynch for the belt, but Lynch instead chucked the belt at Flair. That was also not the plan. Flair picked the belt up and continued her promo and set up Banks coming out, which will lead. Okay. After SmackDown ended with Flair brings Banks brawling, Flair returned to the backstage area, and there was said to be a confrontation between Flair and Lynch, or Flair's alleged disrespecting Lynch by trying to make her look bad, according to one source. There were loud words between the two, and the situation was described as heated, but nothing got physical.
You don't think for even a second this wouldn't make it to the dirt sheets?
Now you're just being Vince Russo 2000 WCW and catering to dirt sheet people if you're doing it.
100% this is what happened. Absolutely. Absolutely that's what happened here. This means nothing.
Just wait. There's more.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Wade Keller.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Wade Keller's better than Meltzer.
Yeah. Yeah, on shit power rankings, he's still like 4 or 5.
It's based on Flair's behavior. From what I'm told from people behind the scenes, none of the women want to work with Flair. That I don't agree. Not in the ring, in a match, not on the mic. And I'm sort of not going into a ton of detail on this. In some situations here have been some speculation that I don't want to get into in terms of what's going on and what's causing it. But it becomes newsworthy again last night. I didn't even read that first part. Okay.
So Wade's claiming that nobody wants to work with her, and this is the first time I've heard this.
Okay. I specifically reached out to people and seeking out Charlotte's side of this because it does, from the people I've been talking to, kind of feel like one-sided. And these are people I trust, and okay, I don't care where you're. And I talk to them about the other things. This isn't like I'm talking to people who are anti-Charlotte. It's just sort of people in WWE I talk to, some wrestlers and others who are just reliable, and the stuff they tell me seems agenda-free and is played out as standing the test of time before. Okay.
So in other words, they're not a bunch of all anti-Charlotte people.
So he's building the fact up that they're not anti-Flair people.
They're saying this.
But I don't hear anyone defending Charlotte in this. So many words says Becky is a hero in the locker room for calling out Flair and not letting her get away with what she does. Charlotte has a reputation flat out for being difficult and constantly concerned with she's not getting the respect of someone of her stature and accomplishment or at least what her character stature and her character's accomplishments. Maybe there's a blending of the two right now and that some people are wondering about her. She feels like she should be treated at a different level and that other stars were on the top had to work really hard to protect themselves. Steve Austin certainly had that reputation going for him, I don't want to do this. This is going to make me look good. I'm too important. But Charlotte doesn't quite have that clout. Duh. But she's also isn't conducting herself well. Sounds like it's pretty universal that people look at her as not looking out for anyone but herself in a way that goes beyond normal looking out for yourself in this business. Okay. And she doesn't want to sell for anyone.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
Didn't you just go over Bianca clean? Like a week ago?
That Charlotte doesn't want to sell for anyone.
Yeah, but she got pinned by Bianca like a week ago.
And then
clean.
Okay, and this is what does make sense. It goes to how she's handled when she is asked to do jobs. It goes to the 9-Jack situation, how that match turned into a debacle. Debacle because Flair got upset over what was planned for that match. Both the contest and the finish. Some of this, now that I'm reading it, does sound kind of bullshit.
No shit.
Flair has really isolated herself from the rest of the locker room. There's not a lot of friendliness involved. She's kind of on her own world. Last thing, Flair feels that she can get away with anything because that's just because the roster is not deep enough. Right now they got networks that want ratings, and they did a draft that evenly divided it. And if they were to punish Charlotte at this point, they're reducing a weak SmackDown roster even more. And they just they did a draft and they evenly divided it. And if they punish her, they're reducing a already weak SmackDown roster.
Yeah, because it wasn't evenly divided. So that's bullshit anyway.
Okay, so the more I'm reading this, the more I'm like, I'm not saying that the situation isn't a work, but maybe these dirt sheets. Apparently, Sonya Deville got furious at Charlotte Flair over it, and she wanted to fight Flair. And,
why?
Okay, now,
she's not a real executive. She's a fucking character.
I don't think that's why. Deville and Flair also had an argument backstage that probably because if the reports are true, she was part of that segment and Flair was fucking it up. That's probably what it was.
It doesn't matter. She's a fucking flunky.
So if you go out, no.
It's Pat Patterson.
I don't want to say that doesn't matter. If you go out there in a segment, and I go out there in a segment, and we got shit planned, and I fuck with you intentionally, you're not going to call me out on that shit?
No, not at all. Because I'm not a fucking active wrestler. It's not my job to get myself over.
I'm saying if you were an active wrestler. We're both
She
active
wasn't.
wrestlers.
She still isn't.
She's wrestled last week.
She is effectively not an active wrestler right now. She's an executive. She's playing the role of an executive.
I still say if a segment goes bad, I'm calling you out on it if you want to be a fucking dickhead.
That's how you get yourself fucking heat in a locker room. Very quickly.
Don't care. If we have shit planned out, I don't care if you improvise a little bit, but if you're going to be a fucking asshole on live TV.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's not your call. It's not your call at that point. You have a problem with it, you talk to the agent. You talk to the promoter. You talk to anybody else. But that's not on you to start figuring out what's going on in the ring.
Have you met me?
Yes, I know. And which one of the two of us has gotten in a locker room fight?
You?
No, neither one of us.
Have you met me?
I know. That's my point.
I'd call bitches out on it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it gives me heat or not. I know I'm in the right. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but if I know I'm in the right, I don't care.
My point is that you may do that, but you haven't been in a locker room for many years in that situation.
You're not getting the hypothetical of the situation.
I am absolutely getting the hypothetical of the situation that you'd be an asshole. And I'm not
being the asshole in this situation.
I'm trying to
calling out the asshole in the situation.
Yeah, but just by sheer doing that, when you're not really a part of the actual situation, other than being a secondary party to the actual thing that's happening.
If I'm in a segment and someone intentionally is fucking it up, no matter if my part is 2 lines, 1 line, or just standing there, you bet your ass I'm going to go, that was fucking unprofessional. You shouldn't be doing that. I don't care what my part is. If I'm in it, you're getting called out for it.
I'm telling you, that's going to get you so much heat.
Don't care.
That will be the last time you're on camera. I mean,
don't care.
That's the end of your career as it stands in that company.
Cool.
But I'm just telling you what I'm
not, because Sonya Deville is going to be fine.
I'm saying she's going to be fine because it didn't fucking happen.
Oh, you're a mark.
You're a mark.
You're a mark.
I'm intentionally telling you that didn't happen because that's not how it would be solved.
You're a mark.
That's all you've got because that's all.
In an indie environment.
No, that would be solved in a very professional environment with professional people.
Oh, apparently that shouting match happened in front of Vince too. Apparently.
Of course it did. Yeah.
Because it was at gorilla position. Apparently.
It's all bullshit. It's all a fucking work, bro.
You're a fucking work.
I guarantee you next week something will be dropped on TV of, oh, you're just trying to get out of your contract.
Oh, they actually mentioned, I didn't want to read all of it, that there are people in Charlotte's close circle, whoever they are, that are trying to talk her into getting out of her contract. But yet she also just re-signed like last year or something, has like years left on it. WrestleMania tickets go on sale November 12th. It will be 2 nights.
God damn it.
Which I said like a year ago.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, WWE released some of their pay-per-view schedule for 2022. Saturday, January 1st.
New Year's fuckery.
Day 1 at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta.
Ish.
Saturday. 2 Saturday pay-per-views in the same month. January 29th, the Royal Rumble at the Dome in America Center in St. Louis.
Ooh.
Saturday, April 2nd and Sunday, April 3rd, WrestleMania, 18-team stadium.
In Dallas. Are we going to that?
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to go
Sunday,
to that.
May 8th, pay-per-view in Providence, Rhode Island at the Dunkin' Donuts Center.
We know what it is?
Just says pay-per-view, no name. Sunday, June 5th, pay-per-view at the Allstate Arena in Chicago.
Interesting.
Now, this is very, very interesting, and I think I'm going to look up and see if that's a typo. Hold on 1 second. Saturday, well, this isn't a typo. Saturday, July 2nd, Money in the Bank at Allegiant Stadium in
we knew that.
We already knew that.
We thought, although I will say this, we thought it was going to be the 3rd, because that's a Saturday again.
A lot of Saturday pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And this is not a typo. Saturday, July 30th, SummerSlam in July, which means they are probably going to the UK for an August pay-per-view. But it's not SummerSlam, because SummerSlam is going to be at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee.
Ew.
Here's the thing.
Who the fuck goes to Nashville?
1, 2, 3, 4. There are technically 5 stadium shows, with WrestleMania being 2 nights.
Okay.
So 4 shows. 4 events, 5 stadium shows. And then it said Saturday the 3rd or Sunday the 4th of September, pay-per-view and to be determined. And then...
Oh, that's
Saturday.
Definitely not going to be the 3rd. Only an idiot does a show the same night as All Out.
That's true. Saturday, November... Not Saturdays.
Yeah.
Saturday, November 26th. Survivor Series at the TD Garden in Boston.
We are 100% doing that.
I go to Providence also for a pay-per-view.
I wouldn't mind doing that as well. I mean, they're both 6 hours-ish away. And Providence, we can right the wrong of the Foxwoods trip.
Yes, we can.
So, yeah.
It's a Sunday, so I'll have that day off anyway.
Well, I have obviously I have weekends off, so I could actually get to Boston, do the show, come back Sunday without even taking a day off.
I'm talking about Providence.
Providence, I would probably have to take a day off.
Yeah, take that Monday off.
What day is that?
Sunday, May 8th.
So it's this year. Yeah, I could do that. We'll see what it is.
My birthday's around there. Does be my birthday present?
Fuck you.
So it looks like we're going to 1, 2, 3 pay-per-views this year?
Maybe 4. You never know.
Huh?
You never
Depending
know.
on where that one is.
Yeah.
Okay, there's more news and rumors. Jim Ross has skin cancer.
Yeah, they got it. They got rid of it though, and now he's doing what? Chemo? Radiation. Well, here's the hoping. Supposedly, it's not that bad. So,
Just a couple more. WWE hires Greg Domino as VP of Communications. He actually used to work for like Showtime.
That's pretty cool.
We talked about this last show, but had no audio. Jim Duggan had emergency surgery, but he's been home. He's home now. So, and the last one, WWE Mattel announced that they are extending their agreement for all their toy lines and shit.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
So, is there anything else I wanted to hit? I don't think so. There was, Murder Grandpa's going against Josh Alexander. Are we going to touch on the Impact pay-per-view at all?
Dude.
Yeah, I know.
If it didn't take me 4 hours to put in a thermostat in my car today, I probably would have watched it today.
I didn't watch it, but I know what happened. I know the finish of the show. Let's just say that.
I'm assuming I know what finish of the show because you spammed a lot of GIFs in the chat.
Yes.
So
yes,
I would assume I know the outcome of 2 matches.
You'd be correct.
At least 2.
And it was probably the best way they could have done it. And I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
So, let's see here. I do want to see if there was excellent. I'm going to yes. Both nights. I am 18 or older. I consent to giving you my shit. Now give me your prices.
Any prices?
Yes.
Are they up yet?
Well, they kind of. Come on, damn it!
Just kind of.
Well, it's not allowing me to submit the form for it, so it's like, you fuckers.
Because tickets aren't on sale yet.
Yeah, well. We want to do WrestleManiaTravel.com.
Those are the travel packages.
Yeah, but at least it gives you an idea of how much they're gonna jam it to you. But they don't have any of that stuff up yet. We'll talk about it later on another show. But I'm at TWS Sleazy on Twitter.
TWS Fat Man.
And the show is at Sleazy Fat Man on Twitter and Instagram. You can find our show along with the other shows on the Gear Radio Network at gearnetwork.com. You can also find us at thewrestlingshow.com. You can download our show every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. wherever you get your podcast fix. But that's pretty much it for the show. So for Sleazy.
For the Fat Man.
This is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Ken Omega. Fuck Nick Gage. A hot dog on sandwich. Sleazy is a fucking mark.
For Oscar.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The blood shedding your name. When there's nothing to gain, I'm a well-gone
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.